Okay, so hi Ava, we're working on your Heroes Fight Bias animation. And your question was how to turn the text you want to have it showing and then not showing and then showing again. Is that right? Okay, so where is that text that you want to show? Show me that in the timeline and
So I
the
have
layer.
3 different text bubbles. One goes to the left, right, and then one in the middle. And so it just corresponds to who's talking. And
Okay.
so it'll start with the one on the right, and then it moves to the one on the left, and then the one in the middle, and then it goes back to the one on the left. But
I see. Okay, and this is just the text bubble, not the words on the top. So you just want to reuse your text bubble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. So let me annotate that purple bar that you have there. Um, this is the bubble, right?
Right.
Take your timeline indicator so that that line lines up directly with that piece.
Sorry, it's a little slow. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Come on. Oh, sorry.
There you go. Okay, now arrow that text bubble right down. And arrow the transform down. So these are all called transforms. It's things that we can do to each of these assets once you get that to roll.
Sorry.
It's all right. This was doing this last time for you, but I don't know why it's slow. It might be Zoom interacting with it. So once that comes on, you're going to see opacity. And I want us to, as soon as we click the stopwatch, we talked about the stopwatch last time, the stopwatch creates a keyframe. But actually, I want there to be a keyframe in the beginning of the time of your timer. So take your timeline indicator back to the 0 frame. Good. And turn on opacity by turning on the stopwatch. Is my name in the way there. Okay, so you can see that you just made a keyframe. Now take your timeline indicator back to the end of it. And also, now instead of clicking the timer, because that would turn it off, you're going to now click on the diamond and that will create a keyframe. You'll see it appear there. Great. And so what we have now is we have 100% here and 100% here. So it's just on the whole time from 0 seconds to wherever we are right here. Now we're going to take this, which is your text bubble, and take that purple and drag it. Probably, you probably need this throughout the whole animation, right? Because they're going to turn it on and off. So just take it all the way to the end. Okay, so this is where it's different, where sometimes we have these purple bars, just sometimes, and sometimes we are going to turn them on and off, and so those purple bars will come across the whole thing. The purple bars indicate that it's an image. So right next to it, so take your timeline indicator over just one tiny piece. Dink. Good. And let's make it look really big in the mountain scene so that we can see, are we actually one frame next to it? And so take it all the way there, and that looks right. And we can tell that it's one frame because they turn different colors, right? These are frames. So now make a key, you're on that timeline indicator. So this is, it's one of the things that people forget about is you have to have that line, the timeline indicator at the place where you're going to do the thing. So now hit that diamond for a new keyframe. Great. And now we're going to actually mess with this opacity. So where it says 100, you can touch that and then go to the left and it will turn to 0. Okay. Great. So you just turned it off. So if you scrub, I'll clear my drawings. If you scrub, does it turn on and off? Are we on the right? Yeah, there's something turning on and off. There's something in front of it or something. Is that right?
Right.
So for right now, maybe turn the eyeball off just so that we can see whatever was in front of it. Or
that. Sorry, do what?
Like, are we actually working on this speech bubble that's back here?
No, that one is the one on the left. The one that says text bubble left is the one in the back. The one that we're on right now is the one in the front.
Okay, can you scrub it? I just want to see so scrub your timeline indicator. Oh, okay, so it is doing it correctly. Okay. There's just two that are appearing. So is that this one that's appearing right here? The text bubble left? Yeah. And if it only starts there, you're going to grab this and bring it over one spot. Right. And now scrub your timeline indicator and they'll line up properly. See that? So you're swapping between them. Okay. So that's turning things on. And well, we turned something off. And then this is turning on because the purple is dragged off. But the same concept would come into place just opposite, where you would make a frame and it would be at 0, and then you'd make a keyframe right next to it that would be 100. And if there's any keyframes in between there, it's going to do this little fade because After Effects will do tweens for us. And typically we don't want that. We just want it turning on and off.
Okay.
So do you get that, Eva?
Yes, thank you.
All right. And what about the rest of you? Any questions about that? So turning things on and off.